Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how I made this beautiful ankara traveling bag, mini traveling bag. Yes. So it's so cute. Well, this was the first one that I made. This small one, I made this smaller one first, so I took it to work, and my colleague at work, they really loved the bag, and one of them asked me to make a mini traveling bag for her with the same shape and the same style. So I just used this style to make this bigger one. The only difference between the smaller one and this bigger one is just that this one has the front pocket and also the inner pocket. So this is the bigger part, and also the handle. Since you will be putting a lot of things inside, I make sure the handle is more stronger, you see. So I put the ring. So this is what we are going to be learning today. Make sure you watch the video to the end. It's so simple. This is the inner part, this is the inside of the bag. Alright guys, so let's go and learn how to make this beautiful bag. It's so beautiful. So let's get started with the tutorial. So the length I'm making use of is 44 inches for the main body, 44 inches, while the width is 32.5 inches. The width is 32.5 inches while the length is 44 inches. So I cut two pieces for it. So I have two pieces for the main body, the same measurement, 32.5 inches by 44 inches. So this is the main body. So I've cut the lining of the same measurements. So we have the lining here also of the same measurement, 32.5 inches by 44 inches. So this is the lining. So I'm going to be putting front pocket and inner pocket. So this all depends on your choice. You can put as many pockets as you want, but for this tutorial I'm putting two pockets, back pockets, the one that will be outside, and also the inner pocket. So for the outer pockets, I have 12 inches in width by 23 inches in length. 12 inches in width by 23 inches in length. All this measurement depends on you. You can decide to increase it, you can decide to reduce it depending on the size you want. So for the inner pocket, I have in length 11.5, and in width, the width is 17.5 inches. So these are the pockets. So I have my handle here. So the handle, I'm working with the length. The measurement is 25 inches in length, and the width is 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. So what I just did was just to iron my gum stay. This is gum stay. Yes, it's a very strong one. You can use collar stay, you can use any, just to stabilize the hand. So I've ironed my gum stay on it. What I just did was just to fold like a kissing pleating. Then I fold like this, then I fold it together, then I iron it. So I have this. So I have two handles here already. So I have my zipper cloth. This type of zipper, you buy it in yards. I used to get it in yards. A yard is 100 naira. There's some that are more cheaper than this. So I have the zipper heads. So this will be for the D-ring. So I have my D-ring. You're going to see how I'm going to use it. I have 4 inches by 5 inches here. So I have my D-ring. Then I have Mako here. I'm going to be making use of Mako. So this is the measurement is 31.5 inches by 5 inches. So this is Marco. You get it where they sell bag material. So this is Marco. I'm going to put foam inside this bag also. I'm going to be putting foam to make it more stable, to stabilize the bag and to cushion it very well. So the first thing we are going to do now is to take, so the foam, the measurement of the foam is the same with the measurement of the body of the bag. So it's the same measurement, 32.5 inches by 44 inches. So what we are going to do, you remember we cut 2 pieces of the main body. So what we will do now is to put the main body on the foam like this. I'll just put it here. I'll put this other one at the other side also. So you put the first one at the back and also at the front, as if you want to cover the, like you're covering the foam. So I'm using half-inch foam. This foam is half-inch. So I have my pins here. So I'll just arrange it well and I'll pin it down. I'll just go ahead and pin it down so that it will be easy for me to sew. So after pinning it down, so I want to stabilize the ankara fabric on the foam. So I'm going to be using this, you can make any pattern. So this is the pattern I'm going to make. I'll just measure from the tip. I'm going to measure 5 inches down, 5 inches straight. And I made 5 inches that I'll just draw a straight line. I'll make it into a straight line down. Then I'm going to stitch. I'm going to stitch it down, just to also give it a design. So I'm going to sew it down. I'll sew it down like this. You can decide to make yours horizontal or vertical, or just make some kind of design. You will see the way it's going to look like after sewing it. Alright, so I'll just sew it straight down. I will trace the 5 inches line that I have marked. I'm going to sew it straight down. I'll just iron it out. So after ironing it, this is what we have. So the next thing we will do is to put our front pocket. So what we will do now is to, I'm going to measure from this end. I'm going to measure 11 inches in. So I have my 11 inches here. Then I'll do the same thing to the other side, 11 inches. So from this upper part, I'm going to measure 5 inches. So I have my 5 inches here. 5 inches. So remember, the width of the back pocket is, the width is 12 inches. 12 inches. So what I will do is to the back part. This is the back part. Remember, the measurement from this place to this place is 5 inches. Then from the side is 11 inches. So now what we'll do from that, this is the point. 5 inches. So I have my 5 inches here too. So I'm going to draw a straight line. So I have my straight line. I hope you are seeing the chalk. Yeah, so I have my straight line here. So I'm going to measure ½ inch on both sides. ½ inch on both sides. See, ½ inch on both sides. So I'll going to make that one too into a straight line. So I have my straight line here. So from this point, this end part, I'll just make small V curve, like V curve, you see, just like this slant. When we are sewing it, you're going to see it properly. I'll just make it like that. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. So I'm going to take my pocket, then I'll turn it to the wrong side. This is the wrong side. Then I'm going to measure 2 inches from up. This 2 inches here. I'll measure 2 inches. Then I'll make a straight line. So is this 2 inches that is going to be at the middle of the, remember, from here to here is 5 inches. Then we measured ½ inch on both sides. So that 5 inches. So I'm going to place these 2 inches in between. You see? On the 5 inches line. I'm going to place it on the 5 inches line. You see? So I can transfer. So I'll pin it down. Let me pin it down first. I'll pin it down like this. Okay, so this is what we have. All right, so that line that I marked here, I'm going to transfer it here. You can decide to just put the pocket on it and just mark the line, not marking it on the main fabric. I just use that to explain to you. So what I did here, that half inches, I'm going to mark it here. I'll just mark it, then I'll make a straight line. Alright, so this is what I have now. So from this edge here, I'm going to measure ½ inch in, ½ inch inward, ½ inch by the side. So I'm going to mark ½ inch inward like this. So I'll make the curve. Remember the V curve that I made on the main fabric. So I'll make it here. So what I'll do now is to take it to the sewing machine. We are going to stitch here down. We are going to stitch it like this. We are going to stitch here. I hope you are seeing the mark. Let me zoom it so that you see. Okay, so we're going to stitch it like this. We'll stitch it straight, the ½ inches. Then we'll stitch this one to straight. Then we're going to stitch the middle part also. Then we'll stitch this V part. So let's go and sew. So I'll just start sewing it now. Remember, we are sewing it straight. Then we'll start sewing again. So after stitching the two sides and this corner, so we're going to sew the middle part. We're going to sew straight. When I get to this side, I want to show you the way it is. When I get to this point, I'm going to cuff my hand. I will just cuff my hand like this. I'll do the same to the other side. What I'm doing, I'm sewing the V part that I marked. So I'll repeat the same thing to the other side. So this is what I have after sewing it. Remember, I sewed this straight. I sewed this one straight too, then the middle part. Then look at the edges, the V part. See the way it is. So curve here, curve here. I did the same thing to the other side. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to open this middle part. I'll just cut it open. Just fold it like this. Then I'll take my scissors. I'll just make small cuts. Small cut like this, so that I'll be able to cut through. So I'll just cut it through. So slant my hand. Yes, this the V part. I'll just slant my hand and I'm going to cut it through also, but I'll make sure I am not cutting through the sewn part, so that it will not. So this is it, you see. So I'll do the same thing to the other side. So this is what we have. This is what we have now. So this is it. This is it. I've cut it through. This is the other side. So what I will do now is to put my zip inside. I'll just, this pocket inside like this. I'm going to put it inside. Fold it inside. Fold it inside. This. So I'm going to iron it so that it will stay. Iron it and I'll show you. So after ironing it, this is what we have. So we just take our zipper. Then remember, we turn it to the wrong side. This supposed to be, this is the wrong side, this is the right side. So we just put our zipper like this. So we're going to place it this way. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. We'll place it like this. Just go ahead and arrange it like this. Then I'm going to pin it down. So I'm done pinning it down. So I'll just go ahead and sew. I'll just sew it straight. So this is where it is after stitching it. See? So what we'll do is to turn it to the wrong side. Then I'll just fold it up. I'm going to fold it up like this. Then the ½ inch that I left here, I'm going to use it to sew. I'll sew it round. So I'm done stitching it. See, I've stitched it. I've stitched this side. I've stitched this side too. So this is the way the pocket is looking like right now, and it's very big, very big. So for the inner pocket, the measurement is 17 inches by 12 inches. The width is 12 inches. The width is 17 inches while the length is 12 inches. So what I'm going to do now is I'll fold the width here because I'm going to be putting elastic band. So I'm going to fold like this. I'm going to fold it in, then I'm going to stitch. The length of the elastic band is 13 inches. So I'll just pass it in. I'm going to pass it in this way. So I'll just secure it with pin. I'll secure the other side also. So I'm going to attach this on it. So the measurement for it, this is the lining. So the inner pocket will be on the lining. So from the tipper part, from this upper part, I'm going to measure 5 inches down. Then I'll find the middle part. This is the middle part. I just draw a straight line. For this, I just adjust it to my desired length. So I'll find the middle part also of this. I'll mark it with my chalk. So this is the middle part. So I'm going to place it on it this way. This way. Then I'll secure it. I'll just pin it down. I'll make sure. So after stitching the inner pocket, this is what we have. So I just divided it into two. So we have this and we have this. So I have these small pieces of paper fabric. So I just fold it into two like this. Then I refold like this. Okay, so this is my D-ring. I'll just insert it this way. I'll insert it this way. Then I have this. I have this. So I'll just fold. I have this already. So I'll just use it to measure because I want it to be the same measurement. Okay, so I have the same measurement. So I'll just stitch. I'm going to stitch. So this is what I have after stitching it. So you make 4 of this, 2 on both sides. Alright, so this is our handle. So this is the handle. I'm going to stitch this first. I'm going to stitch this first before inserting the D-ring. See, I will stitch this open part like this. I'll stitch it down. So this is what I have after stitching it. I've sewn this part, and I also sewed the other part, the second part. All right, so the two sides, that's what I sew. All right, so to attach the handle on the body, the measurements I'll be working with is 12 inches. I'm going to measure 12 inches from the side inward. I'll measure 12 inches. I'll measure 12 inches on both sides. So I'll measure on the other side also. 12 inches. I'll mark 12 inches. Then from the upper part, I'm going to measure 3 inches down. 3 inches down, like this. So this is where the handle will be. All right, so these are the ring. Then I'll just pick the handle. I'm going to insert it this way. So I'll take it in about half of an inch, like this. So I'm going to place it on the mark, the place I marked, that 12 inches by 3 inches. So I'm going to place it there. You see, after stitching it, so I'll just place it there. Then I'm going to sew. Like this. I'll just sew here, 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 and I can just cross it just to make it more stable. So I'm done attaching the two handles. So this is it. So I've attached the other side too. So this is it. So the next thing we are going to do is to insert our zipper. So to insert our zipper, this is the body of the bag. So I have my zipper here. Now is I'm going to place, this is the right side of the zipper, and this is the right side of my fabric. So what I will do is I'm going to place it on it this way, right side facing each other. I'll place it on it. This way. Then I'll take my lining. The right side of my lining will face the right side of the body. So right side facing right side. I'm going to run straight stitch it down. So after stitching it down, I just turn it in. So this is the inside. This is the way the inside look like. So I'm just stop stitching it. After stop stitching it, this is what I have. This is what I have. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'm going to repeat the same thing to this side. So for the second side, what you're going to do is you're going to bring this other part to it, then the lining. You're going to fold it over. See the way it is. We're going to fold it over this way. This way. So we have the main fabric here. This is the zipper here, and we have the lining here. So I'm going to stitch it down. Alright, so after fixing the zipper, this is the zipper. What I did was just to turn it to the wrong side. This is the wrong side. Then I found the middle point. I folded it like this, and this is the middle point. Alright, so then that middle point, I now folded it this way. This is the way it looks like this. So I now folded it like this. I hope you understand what I did. See the way it is. So I folded it this way. This is the way it is here, like this. So I brought the zipper part to the middle. So the measurement from here to here is 9.5 inches, while the one from here to here is also 9.5 inches. So at this point now, the zipper part is at the middle. So I now put my carry board inside the lining. You see the way it is. This is the lining, this is the carry board, this is the main body of the fabric, this is the back side, so this is the front side. Alright, so I just find the middle part of this. This is 5 inches. The width of this carry board is 5 inches, so I find the middle part. Then I positioned it on the middle part of this, then also the zipper like this. So what I will do now is just to stitch straight. I'm going to stitch it down. So after stitching it, this is what I have. This is the other side. This is the other side. I've stitched it now. So this is the way it looks like. So what I will do now, I'm going to pick one side, one edge like this. You see the edge? It's actually 4 corners. One corner here, one corner here, and the other corner here. So I'm going to pick one corner like this. Like this. I'm going to measure 3 inches. I'm going to measure 3 inches. Or I'll measure 4 inches. So this is the 4 inches from here to here. So I just sew it across like this. See, I've sew it across. I did the same thing to this side, to the second side. Then I've trimmed it out. I'm going to trim this one too out. So I did the same thing to this third part and also to the fourth edge. You know, we are going to have 4 edges now. You see this edge here, these 2 edges, then these other edges also. So you see, I've trimmed this one out. I've trimmed this one out also. So I'm going to trim this one too out. So I've cut it out now. I've cut it out. I've cut it out. This is what I have. So for these rough edges, I'm going to use this bias tape. I'm going to use it to cover it like this. So I'm going to tape it down. I'll cover it. So this is the way it looks like after taping this side. See, these rough edges, I've covered it. I'm going to do the same thing to this place too. So I'll just go ahead and finish the other part also. Alright guys, so this is how the bag looks like. Now we've come to the end of today's class. The bag came out so beautiful and it's so handy. It contains a lot of clothes. Wow, imagine going for just 2 days journeying. You can just go along with this. It's so cute, so beautiful. Make sure you subscribe if you are yet to subscribe. Comment in the comment section below. Alright, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.